If you are in Moore, I would go ahead and get underground right now.
On May 20th, 2013, an F5 tornado ripped through Moore, Oklahoma, leaving a path of devastation a half-mile wide through the Oklahoma City suburb.
I dropped Christopher off at school that day and yelled at, "Get out of the car." Yelled at all three of them. And then he was in the back seat, he put his arm on my shoulder and said, "I love you, Daddy." I stopped and I said, "I love you too, Christopher."
7 children were killed when the massive tornado ground Plaza Towers Elementary School into a pile of rubble.
And I said, "It's okay, we can fix this." Because houses and things are replaceable, but people are not. And I remember saying that, not knowing if Ross had found Chris yet, because he was at the school looking for Christopher.
But 9-year-old Christopher Legg was one of the 7 children who died.
Police officer got on this pile of rubble and started screaming at everybody to stop. They had firemen in there that they were trying to listen, and then we were walking on the piles of rubble and that they couldn't hear.
It's really great to hear that my child purposefully protected another child, just like he would have his own sister. It's just sad that I missed it. The child that he protected that day, wanted to tell me, the last thing he said was, "If my mom was here, she'd tell you everything's going to be okay."
But the judgment call that me and my wife made was based on a false sense of security. It was based on an idea that schools are safe. And that second false idea was that I had time.
When I got up out of bed June 1st, and I said, "This can't happen to another family in Oklahoma. We know there's tornadoes. We've got to do something to keep this from happening again. I don't want another family to go through what we go through every day." I met Mr. Jim Haslin, and he's from Toad International, and he had an idea of having ballistic-proof shelters. And I said, "You got to be kidding. There's no way." And he says, "Yes, and these shelters would even go in the classroom." I said, "Oh, no, there's no way. This is just too perfect." And he said, "Why?" I said, "Well, because if they're in the classrooms, everybody can dump in them quick enough that you would not just be able to fix one problem that most schools are faced with, but I know if you could fix 2. He said, "Well, yeah, the shooter." I said, "Yes, there's so many children that lost their lives at Sandy Hook just 6 months prior to our tornado taking my precious son, that this would be wonderful if you could pull it off."
They did pull it off, and on Danny's birthday, August 31st, 2015, the first 7 ballistic storm shelters were completed inside Hilden Elementary School in Hilden, Oklahoma.
I guess the most secure feeling I have is knowing that I will not have to be that superintendent or school administrator that has to phone any parent in the future at Hilton Public Schools and let them know that their child did not or is not going to make it home. I think the true benefit of having these structures within the classroom is the time that it takes to get into that structure. They are in the classroom, they're accessible, they're immediate, as opposed to one of your superstructures that may be centrally located within a campus or for an entire campus. And you're talking minutes that it would take to get students into that facility. And then in order for your elementary, your youngest students to get to that facility is going to take even longer because they don't understand the relevance of the situation. So having these in the classroom, the sense of security that it should give administrators, teachers, parents is unbelievable.
They need to feel safe in the school where they can learn, make friends, be a child, and not worry about the building collapsing on them.